Hello Tobysblogs viewers, I hope you enjoyed my Games of Thrones video, my first one. Here I'm going to talk about fantasy television shows that you should watch because they're awesome. And if you can suggest any more really good fantasy shows like the ones I'm going to mention, or like Games of Thrones, then please put them down below because I would love to watch them. Because I do search for them and I can't really find any more. So, that's it. So I want to watch some more, but I can't find any more. So okay, the top ones would have to be Games of Thrones, of course. Go and look at my Games of Thrones video if you want to see about me talking about Games of Thrones. It's not very good, but oh well. Go and watch it if you want to watch about Games of Thrones. But Games of Thrones is awesome. Lots of characters, lots of everything. I love it. Another fantastic one which you should watch if you're a fantasy lover, or love of fantasy television shows, is Legend of the Seeker. I absolutely love Legend of the Seeker, but they don't bring it out on DVD here for some reason. Maybe because I think nobody's going to watch it. But it's awesome. It's about a person who has the destiny of being the Seeker, who goes around helping people. And this evil person called Dark-Ral. And Dark-Ral is a very evil, powerful wizard creature. Powerful leader in charge of the whole land. Can't remember what it's called. And in charge of the whole land. He's evil, and he's got his minions going around killing and slaughtering people, and he's evil. And the Seeker is meant to, his destiny is to kill Dark-Ral. That's the whole first series of them, but they can bump into loads of mythical creatures and different other things, and it's really good. And he goes around with I can't watch it in ages. She goes around with a kind of a fortune teller, not fortune teller, it's look naff. You know, a person who goes around and be a judge who can tell people who are telling the truth and work things out between two races or something like that, and a mediator kind of thing. And she's good. I can't remember what their species is called. It's really annoying. And then you have the Maud Sith. I love the Maud Sith. They're really tight leather. Any woman in leather shows power, and I love anything that's got powerful women in it. So the Maud Sith are the epitome of the powerful woman. You know, in their smooth red leather, and their agiles, which are like they kind of screech and you stamp someone. They're really powerful, you know. They go. They're like, if a man pisses them off, they just go, "Shut up." And they're powerful women who have been trained, so they haven't got emotions or anything. They just kill people, and I love that aspect of it. And then series 2, when Dark-Ral's finally defeated, he comes back from the Keeper down below, the Keeper of the Underworld, and then you've got the Keeper of the Underworld, and then all these dead people come back to life, like Games of Thrones. And you know, but I think this was written first. I don't know which one was written first. Don't ask me about. But I think Legend of the Seeker was definitely made before the Games of Thrones, I think. And then they have a trying to defeat the Keeper. And it's really good. You should watch it. At least watch a trailer, because it's awesome. Legend of the Seeker. Another fantastic fantasy show, which is more traditional with fantasy and fairy tales. It's more about fairy tales and things. Is Once Upon a Time. And it's awesome because you have every episode. You have what's happening in Storybrooke, which is our world, and then linked to something that's happened in the Enchanted Forest before, linked with the story, so you go back and forth. And they're in Storybrooke, which is our world, because they've been cursed and brought back, so they don't know who they are in the first series. And then the evil queen from Snow White is there, and Snow White's there, and Prince Charming are they're the main characters, and the witch Regina is there, and Rumpelstiltskin, who is the most powerful. This one, he's called the Dark One, and it's really good because it links back to the Enchanted Forest. You can see them all in their costumes and having adventures and stuff, and then you go back to the present day. And then someone comes in and breaks the curse, and then series 2, and then series 3 is about, which one I just watched, isn't it? Series 3, isn't it? Or is it series 4? Whatever. They go to Netherland, and it sounds weird, but they go to Neverland and Peter Pan's evil, and then they have to try and get their grandchild and son back from Peter Pan, who wants to use him so Peter Pan can live forever. So that's a good bit. And then the second half is about the Wicked Witch of the West and Oz and things. It's really exciting. And then at the end, something mysterious happens, like something, they think everything's over, everything's done, everything's finished, kaput, it's finished, the series over, goodbye, it's finished. But then something else comes out, and you're like, oh my god, I want to watch more, what's happening next, oh my god, and you're like, you have to wait. So that's really good. So there's about three to four series of that, and it's really good because it includes all the characters you can think of in fantasy and fairy tales and stories and things. They're all put into this this television show. It's really good, really exciting, really interesting. You watch one episode and you're like, I shouldn't really watch any more because it'll be over too quick, but you're like, I have to see what happens next, and you have to watch it, and it's like that. They get you hooked, and it's good. So I love that. That's Once Upon a Time. British ones, Britain doesn't really do fantasy very well. The only one I can think of that Britain made was Merlin, and that was really good with Colin Morgan and Bradley something, and Anthony Head, and that was really good because I love the Arthurian legends and things and the fantasy and the magic, and the whole last 2 episodes was amazing. That's fantastic. But any other British fantasy, you don't know about. They tried with Atlantis and they failed miserably. That wasn't very interesting, wasn't very intriguing. BBC's television has really gone downhill. Really gone downhill. The Musketeers, that was a load of shit, wasn't it? Even that had Peter Capaldi in it. I watched and I was like, oh, these characters aren't very attractive, they're not really interesting. There was an ugly character and I thought, oh, I can't watch the ugly character, you know, I don't want to watch that. And I think you should have Legend of the Seeker. The person who plays the Seeker is gorgeous looking and he shows his muscles and everything, like, I want to watch that. And like Games of Thrones, there's quite a few attractive people in it, and well, attractive looking people, loads of attractive looking women. I don't, you know, I prefer the men, but you know, women, you know, with they're beautiful, they look attractive. They're not like ugly old crones playing the main characters, you know. And you know, and in Merlin they did it with beautiful characters. They had Colin Morgan and other people, and Morgane, she had really nice, she was quite beautiful, and they had, yeah, so it's all beautiful characters, but then when you start hiring people who don't look so attractive, it kind of puts, I don't want to watch that, it's ugly. You probably think I'm quite rude for saying that, but oh well, that's what I feel. And I think if you're doing a fantasy show, you want a show to be a hit, get good looking people in, that people go, I want to look at that. You know, so they did that in Doctor Who. They said, oh yeah, but get the attractive girls in to get the audiences in. Yeah, that works, it works. If you've got attractive people, good actors, good looking actors and good actors in your show, people are going to watch and you're going to get good ratings. Throw a few ugly people in there and people go, oh no, I'm not going to watch that. So, best fantasy shows to watch are Once Upon a Time, Legend of the Seeker, Merlin, and Games of Thrones. There we go. There's my list. I absolutely adore fantasy. If you've got any more to add to the list, put them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you and goodbye.